A young boy sits alone by a river, his gaze fixed on the shimmering water that reflects the laughter and success of those around him. As he watches his friends play, their joy feels like a distant melody, one that he can almost hear but never quite reach. Have you ever felt like you're not good enough? That no matter how hard you try, someone else seems to be ahead? What if I told you that this one mindset shift could change everything? Meet Ragav, a hardworking boy from a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush greenery. Despite his diligent nature, Ragav is plagued by an overwhelming sense of inadequacy. He can't help but compare himself to others. Karan, the smartest student in school, who answers every question with ease. Siddhar, the wealthiest neighbor, whose family seems to have everything. And then there's the village's best athlete, who runs faster than the wind. Each day, Ragav feels a little more deflated, as if the weight of their successes is pressing down on him. This constant comparison drains his motivation and leaves him feeling like he's stuck in a shadow from which he can't escape. One day, as Ragav sits by the river, a wise saint visits the village. The villagers gather around him, drawn by the aura of knowledge and serenity he exudes. Ragav, desperate for answers to his internal turmoil, approaches the saint. He pours out his heart, sharing his frustrations and feelings of inferiority. The saint listens patiently, his eyes twinkling with understanding. Instead of offering immediate solutions, he gives Ragav a mysterious task: meet him under the oldest tree in the village the next morning. The sun rises the next day, casting golden rays over the lush forest. Ragav feels a mix of anticipation and anxiety as he approaches the ancient tree, its gnarled branches reaching toward the sky like wise old arms. The saint greets him with a warm smile and asks him to look around. "What do you see?" he inquires. Ragav takes a moment to observe the beauty surrounding him. He notices the diversity of trees, some tall and proud, others short and sturdy, some blooming with vibrant flowers while others bear fruit. "I see different kinds of trees," he replies, his voice hesitant. The saint nods knowingly. Would it make sense for the mango tree to envy the coconut tree's height, or for the coconut tree to wish for sweet fruit? Ragav ponders this, realizing that each tree has its unique purpose. Just like people, the lesson begins to resonate within him. Encouraged by the saint's wisdom, Ragav continues to observe the world around him. He sees fish swimming effortlessly in the river and birds soaring high in the sky. The saint poses another question. Would it be fair for the fish to wish to fly like the bird? The analogy strikes a chord within Ragav, and he begins to understand the depth of the message. "Then why do you compare yourself to others?" the saint continues. "You have strengths they don't. Your journey is yours alone." In that moment, Ragav feels a shift within him. The burden of comparison begins to lift, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose. He starts to identify his own strengths, the way he can work tirelessly, his creativity and problem-solving, and his ability to connect with others. With this realization, he dedicates himself to his passions, focusing on his own journey without the distractions of envy and inadequacy. As the years pass, Ragav's hard work pays off. He becomes a successful businessman, admired by those in his village. His journey is not without challenges, but he embraces them with a sense of determination that stems from his earlier lessons. When asked about his secret to success, he reflects on the wisdom imparted by the saint. If a fish tries to fly, it will always fail, he explains. But if it hones its swimming skills, it can rule the entire ocean. The sun and the moon don't compete. They shine when it's their time. So should you. Ragav's heart swells with pride as he shares his story, not just as a tale of personal triumph, but as a reminder to others. He knows the pain of comparison, the relentless feeling of never being enough. But now he stands as a beacon of hope, encouraging others to embrace their individuality and focus on their unique paths. In the quiet of the evening, as the sun sets and the sky transforms into a canvas of colors, Ragav reflects on his journey. He thinks of the boy who once sat by the river, feeling lost and alone. That boy has transformed, not by wishing to be like others, but by realizing that his journey is his own. He envisions a bird soaring freely in the sky, a fish gliding through deep blue waters, each thriving in their own element. The message resonates deeply. Your journey is yours. Focus on it. Stop comparing. Start thriving. As Ragav gazes at the horizon, he feels a surge of gratitude for the lessons learned and the wisdom shared. He knows that there are countless others who need to hear this message, and he feels compelled to share it with anyone who might be struggling with their own comparisons. As he walks back to the village, Ragav carries with him the essence of the saint's wisdom. He hopes that one day, every person will understand that they are unique, that their strengths matter, and that they should never measure their worth against others. The world is vast, filled with opportunities, and each person has their own path to carve. The journey is not about being better than someone else. It's about being the best version of oneself. In the end, it's not the heights we reach or the accolades we collect that define us, but the courage to embrace our individuality and the determination to thrive in our own way. So let this be a reminder. Stop comparing, start thriving, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it today.